Hi and welcome to my video on multiplying and dividing fractions. Okay, let's just start with a recap. Here we have a fraction, the top number, which we call the, have you guessed it, begins with n, should know it by now, it's the numerator. And that is smaller than the bottom number, which we call, begins with d, hope you guessed it or remembered it rather than guessed it, denominator. So you've got the numerator and denominator. And if the numerator is smaller than the denominator, we call that a proper fraction and its value is less than 1. And that's just really a recap. Let's get on with what we want to talk about. It's multiplying fractions. Okay, here we have 3 over 5 multiplied by 2 over 3. So 3/5 multiplied by 2/3. And there's no need to worry on these. These are very straightforward as long as you do it the correct method. Now, what I want you to do is think about if you have two multiplication signs and all you have to do is multiply the top by the top and the bottom by the bottom. So 3 times 2 is 6 and 5 times 3 is 15. It is as easy as that. Now, there could be a little fly in the ointment. Often in exams you'll be given this part of the question says, give your answer in its simplest form. So we're going to look at this answer here and say, is there a number that goes in both 6 and 15? A number that goes into exactly would be what we call a factor. So a factor that is both common to 6 and 15. 1 will go into both of them, but we don't use that because that won't change anything. 2 will go into 6, but clearly it won't go into 15 because 15 is an odd number. What about 3? 3 goes into 6 twice. And 3 goes into 15 as well. So we can use that. So divide through, and that just simplifies it. Now, on an exam, if you was asked to put it in its simplest form, this is the correct answer. It's just it's an equivalent fraction to this. This is the correct answer. However, the question may be worth 2 or 3 marks. Given this mark here, given this answer, you will lose probably 1 mark for not simplifying it. If they ask you to simplify your answer, giving it simplest form, they mean they want it broken down so you can't get any more. Incidentally, if you're on the calculator, you put this calculation in, 3 over 5, 3/5 times by 2/3, your answer on your calculator always giving simplest forms. So that will always come out of that. So be careful, simplest form, it could well be that it could be a mixed number as well. That could be a top-heavy or improper fraction, in which case you can simplify it and then change it to a top-heavy, to a mixed number, and we'll show you them in a minute. So multiplication, I think you'll agree, is quite straightforward. Now let's look at division. Now I've got a few things covered up here, and that's for a reason. Now, if we look at this, 4/11 divided by 1/3, what your meaning is, how many times do a third go into 4 over 11 or 4/11ths? It does look a little bit complicated, and you think, how am I going to divide that into that? But as long as you remember, KFC, could think of chickens for some reason, and keep, flip, change, that's all we've got to do. KFC, then 3 words, you can remember them, that's all you've got to do. Let me explain. Okay. Cover that up. Oh, no, we won't cover it up. Leave it aside. Keep. We're going to keep the first fraction exactly as it is. So you write the first fraction down, keep exactly as it is. F for flip, we take the second fraction and we turn it upside down. So flip it on its head. So 1 over 3 simply becomes 3 over 1. And lastly, change. When we change, we're going to change the division sign to a multiplication sign. Now it becomes easy. Now we just do what we've done before. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 11 is 11. So you've got 12 over 11, which you're going to tell me straight away, Paul, that's an improper fraction because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. You'll be right. So we need to change it to a mixed number. How many times is 11 going to 12? It goes in there once. How many left over? Well, if I take 11 off of 12, that's only 1. So I've got 1/11 left over. So the answer would be, in its simplest form, and be careful of that, when they say this in its simplest form, they are 1 and 1/11 would give you that extra mark, and that could be a difference at the end of the day. So look out for simplest form. It may need to break it down or change it back to a mixed number. Okay, so keep, flip, change. Let's go through it again. You've got your division there. Keep the first fraction. Flip your second fraction, turn it on its head, and change the division sign to multiplication sign. Then follow through and just multiply the two tops, multiply the two bottoms, and then you may cut it in a simple form. It may be cancelling it down, or it may be changing it back to a mixed number, depending on whether it's a proper or improper fraction. Okay, now it's your go. I'll give some multiplication ones here, and I'll give some division ones here. What I'd like you to do is to write these down and write your answer down. I want to give you a chance now. If you just pause this video. Okay, welcome back. Now, hopefully you paused it, and I'm going to go reveal the answers for you. Boom. Now, this is where I want you to be very critical on your own self. If you've got them all right, that's excellent, and it's well done. If you didn't realise it's cancelled down to that, or you changed it to that, but you didn't realise it's changed to a mixed number, just look at it, review it in your own mind, and that's when real learning is taking place. When you get things wrong, that's your opportunity to learn, and it's I'd always say, when you get things wrong, when you make a mistake, as long as you look at it and ask yourself, where did I go wrong? Then you won't make that mistake again. And that is when real learning will take place. I've learnt more from the mistakes I made than I ever did from getting it right first time. That's kind of my story, really, if you like. But hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.